Hey everyone, and welcome to TopThink. Today we'll learn 10 little tips for a more peaceful day. Now, let's begin. It's easy to find yourself at odds when you're working hard to achieve your goals. While it's good to have ambition, life isn't all about winning the big prize or checking all the boxes. The real joy comes from finding pleasure in the simple moments. Slowing down to enjoy the little things makes you appreciate your life, and that overall appreciation can provide the resilience and perspective you need when times get tough. Ultimately, achieving peace comes down to finding balance. You want to maintain emotional, mental, and physical equilibrium in the face of adversity. If you take a few steps each day to create a serene environment and you regulate your emotions, then you'll find yourself calmer, happier, and more fulfilled at the end of the evening. So without further ado, here are 10 little tips for a more peaceful day. Number 1. Focus on the present. The best thing that you can do for yourself in your search for peace is to do everything in your power to stay present. For most of us, it's the anxiety about unknown future outcomes or the regrets about past mistakes that throw our minds and emotions into disarray. Starting your morning sitting in stillness can set you up with mindful intention that will permeate the rest of your day. There are other mindfulness techniques that you can incorporate throughout the rest of the day that will keep you grounded. Meditation helps you center your mind and to learn to acknowledge and release intrusive thoughts. Journaling lets you process your emotions and can also help keep you organized. And yoga is a wonderful way to get healthy exercise, releasing those happy endorphins, while also staying present in your body. Number 2. Minimize clutter. It can be surprising how much a messy environment can impact our mental health. You want to cultivate a physical space that best reflects the internal peace that you wish to reach. Now that means no more piles everywhere, no dirty dishes on the counter, no electrical cords hanging all over the place. To put it simply, put your stuff away. If your space is a disaster, set aside a few hours each day for a major cleanup. Tackle one area at a time in full force until, after a few days, the whole space looks better. Then, going forward, adopt the swish and swipe mentality of constant tiny tidying. As you walk from one room to another, just grab loose items and put them away on the fly. Wash a dirty dish whenever you enter the kitchen. Every time you get up or change tasks, incorporate a bit of cleaning into your journey, and that way the mess never gets out of control. Number 3. Get creative. Not everyone can be an Alma Thomas or a Beethoven, but most of us have a little more creativity inside than we might expect. Letting those artistic juices flow can bring a sense of calm, happiness, and accomplishment to your day. Just take a few minutes every day to explore your creative side. That can look different for each of us. Here are a few ideas. Pick up a sketch pad and draw what you see in your home, in nature, in your mind. Try knitting, crocheting, or needlework. It's a perfect substitute for mindless scrolling while watching TV. Take a few lessons in an instrument that's always interested you or that you haven't played since high school. Join a local choir. Take a local ceramics or photography class. If nothing else, you might come away from it with new friends with a shared interest. Number 4. Don't judge. William Shakespeare famously wrote, "For there is nothing good or bad, but thinking makes it so." Adopting an attitude of non-judgment is a vital step on the pathway to peace. What that means is it's time to stop being so hard on yourself and others. Learn to accept things exactly as they are. Not every moment needs a detailed takedown from your inner critic. Stop putting everything into categories of positive or negative. Instead, accept them as they come. Your ability to stop judging others will also give you a healthy dose of humility and strengthen your interpersonal relationships. It's also important to practice forgiveness as a gift to yourself. Holding on to anger, resentment, or bitterness about someone else means you have those feelings festering inside you all the time. Release them. It'll improve your mental health, give you hope for the future, and make you more likely to be gentle with others going forward. Number 5. Accept your limitations. Inner angst can grow if you're constantly butting up against roadblocks. By accepting your limitations, you can rid yourself of the need to constantly do better, to push harder, or try to get around what's ultimately impossible. Learn to just be, and to be grateful for it. There are a few areas where you need to identify and then accept your limits. First off, personally. Understand your skills, your natural inclinations, and learn to work with them rather than around them. For example, if you've been avoiding the gym for years, you can't expect yourself to run a marathon next month. Set a more reasonable goal instead. You should also accept the limits on your time. Understand exactly how much time you have for certain tasks each day, and then don't push yourself to finish something that'll take 5 hours when you only have 2. And finally, accept your professional limits. Understand the possibilities of where your current career path could go. Assess whether or not you're happy with where you are now. Some of us are, and we don't even know it. And make a change if needed. Number 6. Experience mindful connection. Our relationships with others are the special sauce that make life truly magical. Whether it's family, friends, your partner, co-workers, or others in your community, embrace time spent with the ones you love most. Focus on cultivating meaningful connections with those who make you feel like the best version of yourself, who light up a room and make you feel totally at ease. These are your people. But you should be mindful, too, about your time spent with others. Meaningful connection is important, but too much frivolous time spent socializing, even with your favorite people, can become draining or get in the way of your other goals. So, connect with others to a point, but be sure to set healthy boundaries to protect your time and energy. Number 7. Be one with nature. Spending time outside has been scientifically proven to boost your mental well-being and physical health. Exposure to sunlight gives you a healthy shot of vitamin D and can lower anxiety, while breathing deeply in the fresh air and taking in the bountiful green views can generate a feeling of peace. So what are you waiting for? Get outside. Make sure that you spend at least a little time outside each day. There are plenty of ways to get a dose of sunshine without totally overhauling your routine. Try starting your morning with a quick 15-minute walk to get your blood pumping and to see the sights. Arrange a picnic with friends in place of a meetup in a crowded bar, or try for a coffee date at a cafe with outdoor seating. Take long work phone calls outside in the park rather than at your desk. And rather than binging the latest show all weekend, spend a few of those hours on a hike with loved ones. Number 8. Create patterns. Certain people thrive with a schedule, and it's no wonder. A daily, weekly, or monthly schedule can help you stay organized, never forget a task, and free you up from constantly having to decide what to do next. But for others, sticking to a firm schedule can feel limiting, stifling, or even stressful. Rather than forcing yourself into a strict rubric, aim instead for a rhythm. Get yourself into a groove, more of a flow state than a daily order of operations. One example of a daily rhythm is setting up work time. That focused period at your desk might fall at a different time on the clock each day, depending on what else you have to do. But having certain patterns tied to your work rhythm can train your brain and your body to fall into work mode with certain signals, such as fixing yourself a cup of coffee, putting on a certain chill playlist, opening the windows, lighting a candle, or tackling work tasks in a certain order. Number 9. Practice self-care. When we're working hard to make money, to grow our careers, to tend our home, and care for our loved ones, our own self can sometimes fall to the bottom of the priority list. But self-care is essential. You can't show up for others if you're not showing up for yourself. Self-care allows you to reconnect with yourself both physically and spiritually, giving you a few moments to rest and experience life's little pleasures. Here's a few examples of peaceful self-care activities. Take a warm, luxurious bath. Read an engrossing novel. Give yourself a manicure. Play with a beloved pet. Sit with a delicious warm beverage and do a crossword puzzle. Number 10. Be true to yourself. If you're not being true to yourself, then you'll never find true inner peace. You'll always be left feeling like something's missing, that something is not quite right. Spend time getting to know yourself. What are your dreams, your hopes, and ambitions? What do you love most in life? What does your ideal day look like to you? Now, take a hard look at how you're actually spending your day. Are you doing things that are truly meaningful to you, or at least setting you on the path toward what you want? As your daily activities start to align with your goals and your priorities, then you'll start to feel at ease. Even taking just one small step a day toward the life you want can generate peace and satisfaction. Hey, thank you for watching TopThink, and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.